One day, I had a lady that was referred in to me and from another patient that I had, and she was an avid golfer, avid tennis player, and she hadn't been able to play for a couple of years. And she came in bent forward. And I said, "How long have you been like this?" And she said, "Oh, just a couple of days." And I said, "Oh, well, a couple of days, then, we should be able to, get some results here in just a couple of treatments." So about 3 treatments, 4 treatments later, she's still bent forward. And I said, let's sit down, let's talk about this again. I go, "So you've had this issue for about, a couple of days." And she goes, "Yes, since my last epidural shot." And I went, "Your last epidural shot? That means you've had a first epidural shot." I go, "When was that?" And she goes, "Oh, that was about 2.5, 3 years ago." I go, "Okay." I go, "So you've had this problem almost 3 years." And she goes, "No, because those epidural shots took care of my back problem." I go, "Okay." I said, "Let's say that you're lying in bed at night and the smoke detector goes off and you get up and you knock the batteries out. The fire is still raging somewhere in the house, but the alarm is no longer sounding." And that's basically what those epidural shots did to you. So now that we know you've had this problem for, 3 years, it can take a few more treatments for us to get results. So we started working with her, and we got her to the point where she would come in bent over and leave standing up. And we started seeing her like once a month, once every 6 weeks. And so we're probably a year and a half, 2 years later, okay? And we're at the point where she's coming in bent over and leaving standing up. And she came in on a Friday, and I worked on her, and she left feeling good. And she called me on Monday, and she goes, "I don't know what happened with that last treatment, but something's not right. You did something to me, and something's not right." And I said, "Okay, well, come back in and let's check it out." So she came into the office, and I got her notes out, and I said, "Okay, well, when you left here on Friday, you said that you were pain-free." And she goes, "Oh, yeah, I felt great." I said, "Okay, so you started hurting like later that day?" And she goes, "No." She goes, "Matter of fact, I felt so good that I went out and I played tennis for the first time in 2 or 3 years." And I went, "Oh." I go, "So you were hurting after that?" And she goes, "No." She goes, "I woke up Saturday and I decided to go out and play golf. And I played 2 rounds of golf on Saturday. Haven't done that in years." I go, "So you woke up, or Saturday night you were hurting?" "No." Got up Sunday, felt great. Played another round of golf, and then I went and played tennis. I go, "So you were hurting after that?" She goes, "No. But when I woke up this morning, I could barely move. What did you do to me?" And I'm like, wow. So anyway, don't believe your patients. You can say it in your mind, "Yeah, liar." So if that ever happens, don't freak out, because typically it's their fault. But try and keep them from doing too much activity when they start to feel good for the very first time.